You're the cure to all my pains. 널 좋아하나 봐. 널 사랑하나 봐. 이제는 더 이상은 숨길 수 없잖아. 매일 더 아껴줄 거야. 안아줄 거야. We're meant to be.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing a current household video in The Sims 4, and it feels so good to finally say those words again, because you literally have no idea. If you all are new, I love family gameplay so much, to the point where I'll start making new current households to experience new gameplay that I haven't played before. And today we are playing with elders, my two lovely Sims, Shayla and Waylon Durbin. They're around 65 to 67 years of age, and they recently adopted a child who's around like 10, 11 years old, who has a passion to become a musician and actress and dancer. But if you all are new to the channel and you do not know who I am, my name is Steven, pronouns he, him. I play a lot of The Sims here, Sims 4, 2, and 3, with a lot of drama-filled storylines with builds and creative Sims. And if that's kind of your jam, feel free to stick around, watch the other videos on the channel. Normally I have face cam in videos, but today I just don't want to be on camera, and that's okay. But overall, let me give you an introduction to my three lovely Sims here. And the first Sim I have is Shayla Durbin. She is a 65-year-old who grew up in Tartosa her entire life until the age of 27 to pursue a degree in computer science at the University of Britechester. And that's when she discovered her true passion of computer science, technology. She studied all the way through to become at the top of her class, valedictorian, smarty smart, but around when she graduated university, she met her now husband, Waylon Durbin, when his school needed a part-time tech teacher for the school he worked at for the past few months while the other teacher was on maternity leave. Now, throughout their lives, they've experienced a lot of really cool, things when they were working together. While she was working part-time, he was working full-time. They went on dates, they went on walks, they went to the beach, they hung out at Waylon's house, Shayla's house, and they just really kind of had that good spark where they connected so well. They had very good compatibility, that they knew that they were going to fall in love, and that's when, a couple of months later of them working together, they got engaged in Tartosa, Shayla's hometown, on the beach. And for a tradition, every summer, every year, they travel to Shayla's family home to meet the rest of the family, which I think is so cute because Shayla is, a family person. She loves her family, has been very close to her family, but as she kind of got a little bit older, people started like dying off and the family's getting smaller and smaller. So she's been really intentional about meeting her family a lot more. Even if it's not every year, phone calls, video calls, emailing, hanging out more, whatever it might be, she always wants to stay connected with her family. Now, I haven't created her family just yet, but I will definitely do that down the line. But to give you some of her outfits, I really wanted to give her a very nice, unique style. I did use some custom content on her. I love the first full body outfit that I gave her. Her formal wear is very classic, very just simple, elegant. She's a very elegant, classy woman. She has a very nice, simple, athletic, outfit. She has this one club called The Girls where she just hangs out with people, does power walking, goes to the recreation center, likes to go to parks, read books, and honestly, she's just a simple person. She doesn't need much, she doesn't do much, but she just likes to be able to be around others. And I don't know, I just think that I didn't want to give her outfits that were too crazy or too over the top, but I did want to give her a very nice, stylish body swimsuit, which is by Trillic, which I really love this swimsuit. Her hot weather wear is very nice and simple. I can't fully remember where I got this from, but I think it's from Serenity CC, which is another talented creator that you want to download from. Her winter wear, simple, elegant, wonderful. And honestly, I kind of want to change her shoes because her shoes are not supposed to be red. They're supposed to be green to match her little top here. But it looks very cute. I love Shayla so much. I cannot wait for you all to kind of see her in live mode. And our next sim we have is Waylon Durbin, who is actually 68 years old. He was born and raised in Newcrest. He currently lives on his family housing plot after a fire burned down his family home. So they had lost everything and had to rebuild a new home right on top of it. He studied history as well as language and literature at the University of Britechester, but works as a secondary school teacher in the education career. And I will say Waylon Durbin, while playing him through gameplay, he is so focused on being like the most creative and loyal sim ever. He's never cheated. He's never really had any other relationship besides Shayla. He's been loyal to his family, loyal to his friends, loyal to his coworkers, his boss. Anyone he's ever met, he's always been loyal. And he even has a self-assured trait, which is really good. He's very confident in himself, his own skin, his own body. Like sometimes people did bully him when he was in high school, but like he was worthless, you know, not needed. But he knew deep down that he was worth it, that he was loved, and that he was the person that everyone wanted to be around, if that makes sense. Like he was just a very lovable sim. And he is a painter extraordinaire. Even though he did study language and literature and history in university, he still had this idea that he wanted to be some type of painter, but he needed like a backup plan to kind of have that safety net. Because in his mindset, back when he was like a child, a teenager, his parents said, "Hey, Waylon, we love that you're very passionate about painting and you want to be a creative and do whatever you can do, but you know, have at least some type of backup plan for yourself just in case if things don't, you know, work the way you want it." And he was like very understanding about it. He was making sure that he had all his ducks in a row when he was a teenager. He had a part-time job as a babysitter, handyman, and built his funds that way. But when his family home burned down in his like late 20s, he didn't really have anything after that because the money he used and had during his teenage years and a little bit during his university year, he used that to help rebuild the family home. Now his parents are no longer here. He had no other siblings. It was just him and his cousins. One of his cousins named, I think, Alice, used to live with them for a couple of years, and they're a little bit close, and I want to be able to introduce Alice at some point soon down the line. But Alice is like a very nice sim that you will definitely love very, very soon. But to go over Waylon's outfits, I didn't want to give him something that was too crazy, just very simple, very easy. Like his outfits are just like classic, simple, easy, nothing too over the top. And like I said, he's just like a simple guy that doesn't need much. He also does have a little tattoo, if you all did not see. He was a little bit of a rebel back in his teenage years. Like he wanted to be kind of the cool kid in the group where he would have like this one tattoo and be able just to wear it on his sleeve. Like you can kind of see it, like the infinity symbol, the anchor, a little kitty cat, some hearts. They really have no meaning behind them. It was just, hey, I'm a teenager. Let me have this tattoo, whatever. And so that's kind of like what he did when he was like 16, 17 years old, when it really wasn't legal for him to have a tattoo. He was like, let me just go ahead and do it anyway, just because I can and I will, and I'll suffer the consequences later. And I guess it's kind of like a backstory, but there's really no meaning behind it all. And I don't know, I just really do like his outfits, and I just wanted to make it something fun and just like try out new outfits that I don't really normally use a lot in The Sims 4. And the last and final sim that we have here is Adeline Derman, Miss Thang, Miss Forehead, Miss Drama, Diva Queen, whatever you want to call her. She is crazy. However, she is a perfectionist social butterfly sim. She has a lot of likes of cottagecore music, family-oriented sims, singing, small talk, Japanese folk music, jazz music, focus music, piano, and funny sims. Now, Adeline Derman has had a very interesting past since she was born up until the age of like 7, 8, and 9 years old, because not only was she recently adopted by Shayla and Waylon Derman, after being in 3 foster homes in the past 3 years of being quote unquote a troublemaker, has been absolutely insane. I wanted to make a backstory that was kind of crazy, and not gonna lie, I've been watching a lot of the Fosters on Disney Plus Hulu, and it's one of my all-time favorite shows. I love the Fosters so much that Adeline Derman, she not only got in trouble for so many different things, all of it was never her fault. The vase falling on the floor, the dishes, starting a fire, running away from home, like all these different things that she has done, it was never her fault. Most of the time, it was the older kids' fault. It was always them picking on her for being the youngest, the smallest, the one person that would never get adopted, and causing so much drama and turmoil that she kept getting kicked out of each and every foster home where she felt like she was never wanted or needed. And she knew that she was wanting more in her life and hoping that one day that she would make it big and saying, ha ha, I made it big, you crazy, you small, watch me now. Like she's a bit of like, she's very, very, very confident in herself. And I really did like that about Adeline. And I'm really glad that Shayla and Waylon both adopted her in their new season of life, because they never could have kids, but they wanted to be able to adopt just to have a child, a second chance at a new home, a loving, protective, creative, freeing home where no one felt judged, where everyone felt wanted. No matter what mistakes they've ever made, they were always wanted. They are not disposable. And that's what Shayla and Waylon wanted to make Adeline feel, that she was not disposable, that she was not trash, that she was worth something more, that she needed to be the best that she can be, no matter what people said. And I felt like with Adeline, she's 10 years old, but she has always loved music and she loved the creative arts. And her major influence is actually a sim that I created a long time ago, Gino Hope, who is actually her music coach. He lives in San Myshuno, so they go to the city every once in a while to kind of practice a little bit, kind of get their ducks in a row for their upcoming like recitals, music deals, music that they might make somewhere down the line. But she wants to become a musician, an actress, a dancer, social media influencer. So we're kind of starting early in her followers on Social Bunny and kind of gaining that followership early on, as well as making some videos online for like SimsTube, of course, being monitored by Shayla and Waylon, because they know how passionate she is about music and videos, that she joined the drama club. And she also has her own little club from Get Together named The Dramatics, where everyone does like music and practice their acting skills. So there's a lot of really cool things coming, Adeline's way. And I'm really excited to kind of dive deep into the club system and just see how far we can take it to gain some more friendships. But overall, this is Adeline Derman. I want to kind of showcase some of her outfits. She has a few secondary outfits. This is usually what she would wear first and foremost on her first day of school. I gave her some braids, which I thought was like a really nice touch. This is her secondary outfit that you usually tend to see from time to time. And I wanted to make sure her outfits were something playful and young and unique, but overall just something that screamed her. And I've always felt like Adeline had this like sense of style and pizzazz because she had this influence from one of her now former, like foster siblings, who you'll see in a couple of minutes that I'll show you what she looks like. But one of her foster siblings had a very good sense of fashion and always knew what was on trend, and like just gave her a lot of tips and pointers of like how to dress, like what to wear, and like just be yourself, feel confident in your skin. And I kind of wanted to kind of replicate that style of the other sim who's a teenager to Adeline. And I feel like I did an okay job, of course, with the outfits. I do need to eventually change this outfit to something new. And I think I actually want to use the new outfit that we got probably with Life and Death, but I actually want to use Growing Together. I actually want to use Get Together, which is probably another good pack that I have not played with clothing wise in a very, very long time. But Get Together is a very, very nice pack when it comes to clothing. Since it's like an ancient pack, it still holds up till this day. Her swimsuit outfit is base game, which I did not know they updated the swatches for this base game swimsuit at all. And I was like, thank goodness they did, because now we have something new for Adeline to wear. Her hot weather wear is also very basic. It's from the First Fits kit, I believe. And then her cold weather outfit is just snazzy McSnazzy all around. So before we hop into any gameplay and doing more introductions, I do want to say that this house was made by Nina Schmidt on the gallery. If you want to go check them out, I will link the videos that they made for this build down below in the description, along with their gallery idea. And when I tell you, when I found this house on the gallery, I was so happy because I had enough space for every single foster child to give them their own individual bedroom, but also their own personality. And it was like the perfect home, especially in my favorite world, San Sequoia, which is a very family-centric type world that came with Growing Together, one of my ultimate favorite packs in The Sims 4. And so when I made this house, I had to make a single sim who was the most kindest, most lovable human in the entire world, and her name is Norma Edbert. Now, Norma Edbert is actually a wonderful human being who opened up her home about 25 years ago, living in San Sequoia, freshly graduating from university with an economics degree, and a few little things behind her back was like some simoleons, some connections, and she knew she really loved kids and wanted to be able to give kids a second chance at life, but also a loving, non-judging home. And she signed up to be a foster parent, you know, be in the foster care system for a very long time. And she had all this space and she was like, I want to do something with it and give kids a lovable home. And she could not have kids of her own, but she wanted to be able to have these kids to, you know, feel safe. She has helped kids around the world, especially in San Sequoia, to graduate university, graduate high school, go to prom, you know, walking them down the aisle. She has done everything in her power. And she is still doing it till this day with some other foster kids that are living with her that she might potentially adopt because she just loves them so much and has been around in this home for a very long time. But Norma, she's just a kind human. She has been taking care of Adeline for a couple of months now, and she knew that Adeline had a troubled past, but knew that she was worth being in this home and worth being loved. And so we gotta love Miss Norma over here, our home girl, our home everything. She's just so good. I love her to death. But the other foster siblings that we have here is actually Vivian Bridges, who actually came around into the home 2 months after Adeline kind of showed up. And not only did they have to share a bedroom, they became very close very quickly. They're kind of similar in a way when they have this childlike energy. They love music, they love being dramatic, they love the arts. And Vivian actually joined Adeline's dramatics club with Lincoln Andrews, who's another sim in a different town, and then Arun Watson, and then Rowan Turpin, who's another foster sibling of Adeline. But Vivian is just a childlike spirit. She just loves doing everything to her power to make Adeline happy, and they just became very, very close. They are one of the best friends in the entire world. You could not separate them whatsoever. That if you try to separate them, they would find a way to get back to each other right then and there. And it's kind of crazy on how close they are. But the other sim that we have here is Terrence Turpin, who is actually a twin of Rowan Turpin, who you'll see a little bit later. But Mr. What's-a-bee over here, Terrence, is not only the captain of the football team, he is the most popular kid in school, along with his twin sister. But he has a bit of a trouble streak where he does, you know, kind of rebel a little bit and kind of gets away with it because how popular he is and how many connections he has with his teachers and the local community of San Sequoia. He just has that vibe, but you know, it's okay. He gets used to it, but it won't last that long, especially with the good looks that he has. And Norma's like, boy, if you do not get yourself together, we're gonna have an issue. And not gonna lie, I kind of want to add in a Deep Indigo's delinquent teen mod at some point because that adds in a lot of teen-like troubleness to it, but I might save that until Adeline's a teenager at some point. But not gonna lie, Terrence is a hot mess express, but we love him dearly no matter what. Now, the other sim that we have here is Rowan Turpin, Miss Thang, Miss Popular, Miss Forehead Supreme. I will tell you, she is one of the most popular kids in school along with her brother, like I said, but she has more followers than her brother. And she wants to become, you know, some type of actress one day, musical theater, but she wants to become a drama teacher where she wants to mentor kids in the arts, the dramatics of everything, because the arts shall never die. And she has a very great fashion sense. Like her jeans are wonderful, her shirt's wonderful, her hair is just fantastic. And she was actually the sim that gave Adeline so much confidence to be, you know, happy in her own skin, the clothes that she wears, the way she acts, the way she just talks to people day in and day out. Even though she's been here for a couple of months, she still has been that mentor to Adam, which I really do appreciate so much. That Rowan is like the big sister that she never had. And I really do appreciate Rowan for who she is and what she does. And she's still like that big kid who doesn't know what she wants to do, but still wants to be able to like experience life in her own way. And she's just here existing in the home. And honestly, these two twins came into Norma's home when they were only about 6 years old. So they've been here for about 10 years without being adopted. And Norma hasn't told Rowan or Terrence yet, but she wants to officially adopt them. And I don't know how they're going to react to it or anything, but I definitely want to have some type of day in the life of Norma Edburn and how she does things in the community, and also with the lovely foster siblings or foster kids that she has that I don't know how they're going to react, but I think being here for 10 years, she's probably going to have a nice, positive experience with them and saying, yeah, I thought we were already adopted. I thought you were already our mom. We've been here for 10 years and you've made us feel loved and cherished and cared for, that you are our mom. Now, Rowan and Terrence do not know their biological mother or father because they were literally kind of just left for a while. Like their grandparents took care of them. Like, in a way, when you think about it, they have no recollection, no memory of their mother or their father, even though in those like 5 years, 6 years of their life, they were dropped off from home to home to home and always left in some sort of way where they couldn't get in contact with them. Their grandparents took care of them for 2 years and then they passed away, and then they had to go to some other location to be taken care of. They've been in 4 or 5 different foster homes, from being at the fire station for like literally a couple of months for a local firefighter that is so wonderful, but then also to other foster homes that just didn't stick to the permanent, you know, like situation that they needed to be in, that they end up being here at Norma's where they had that permanent solution, that permanent home that they need to stay in. So they've been here for a while and they love it here and they feel like they are a part of the family regardless of being adopted or not legally. But eventually Norma's going to eventually adopt them, literally in a couple of months. And I'm so excited for that day, for their adoption day. It's going to be so good that they have their own room and their own home. But the last and final child over here is Mr. Ezekiel Cornett, and he is only 1 year old. And it's so sad because I have watched the Fosters way too much, and I've also seen Good Trouble, and I've seen a lot of like different family-esque type movies and TV shows, and I'm a very family game player. And when things are like talked about, it's very scary and very just sad to talk about these things. But I will say Ezekiel was left on the doorstep, on Norma's doorstep, when he was only a few months old. And it's so sad. It's so heart-wrenching. And it kind of takes me back to the movie Meet the Robinsons, where the main character with the yellow spiky hair with the glasses was left on a doorstep in the middle of the night and the mother just left. So it was very hard for Norma to kind of realize what had happened, but also knowing that Ezekiel needed help and needed a comforting place to be. And so he's only been here for literally the same time Adeline showed up. Like Adeline showed up, and then literally 2 days later, Ezekiel showed up. And then a couple of months later, Vivian showed up. So it was like kid after kid after kid, but Norma didn't mind, you know, all that happening, that she felt this was a sign that she needed to be the one to take care of Ezekiel and officially adopt him. And so Ezekiel is like just the cutest kid ever. Like, look at him. He's so cute. Oh, I literally forgot how cute and adorable infants are in The Sims 4, that I just want to squeeze his little cheeks and just love him so much that I need to have Adeline. Oh, that's so cute. I need to have Adeline go take a photo with Vivian before they leave to go home, because I really want to cherish these memories with everyone and like plaster them on the wall and just be able to showcase that This was my home, but it'll always be my home no matter what people say. It's just like they just belong together no matter what people say. Adeline is missing a tooth because she fell off her bike like 2 weeks ago, but we don't talk about that. We don't want to bring up that sore subject, that trauma. Like, look at her. She crazy. She a little bit Miss a Rudy Tooty McBooty. Oh, they are dramatic. I can't with these kids. Oh my gosh, I cannot with these kids. The fact that her missing tooth is showing and then Vivian's like, oh my gosh, your tooth is gone. What happened? And like, honestly, Adeline feels like she's like 24 years old, all grown up and everything. But Norma's like, little Miss Stang, Miss Forehead, you acting too grown, calm down. But honey, sweetie, I will love you forever. Just know that whenever you want to be here and come over, come over. And if it's okay with your parents, you know, hang out. And she might even do a little stay over, a little sleepover with Vivian at some point, but we just don't know until time tells. But I think we should probably head home just so that way we can kind of get things settled and make sure we kind of just chill out and get things moving and shaking in the home. But honestly, not gonna lie, I kind of want to go over to the San Sequoia or Copperdale Festival because I think it is a Sunday and it is 3:54 p.m., almost 4. And something Adeline did ask Waylon before we kind of came here is that she wanted to go over to like a little carnival festival, whatever it is, just to have a little fun time with her parents and just see what life is like outside of San Sequoia. And Copperdale's like a 30-minute drive anyway, so it's not too long of a drive to get there. And I think it's well worth it to celebrate, hey, you've been adopted, you are my daughter, I love you, let's hang out and have a good time together. And just let's be us. So now that we're at the Harvest Fest Fall Festival here in Copperdale, this lot was made by Spooky CY on the gallery. If you want to go download it, I will link all the stuff down below as of always. But when I saw this lot on the gallery, I knew I had to have it because it's fall in the game and it's fall in real life, soon to be winter. But I want to definitely celebrate some fallness before the seasons start to change in real life and also in the game. But I really love that we have like pumpkin patches, we have a little skating rink over here, we have a little swing set, we can watch some movies, which will be very exciting. We got some pumpkin carving, some drawing stations, chess table. We even have like a little spooky little ride. Woohoo with Shayla. Now, sir, Mr. Waylon, we do not got time for this. I know you all lovey-dovey, but we don't have time to be done woohooing up in no ride. No. We will have to eventually hire some vendors, which I honestly just might go and do anyway, so that way they have some food to grab if they want to. But Miss Adeline, we can actually meet some locals here. Oh, Jaden and also Ian Robles. Oh my gosh, this Cheaty McCheaty, do not get near him. Don't do it. Ian Robles is a cheater, a liar, and a scam. Do not trust him. He literally had a child with my other sim in a different save, and he is toxic. Do not trust him. Messy. Anyway, let's go over here and skate around for a little bit while I'll have Shayla and Waylon probably go over here to some of the little booths area, but I actually gonna want to have them ride together. They might be a little bit scared, but you know what? That's okay. Oh my goodness, Shayla, what is going, oh my, she's like, ooh, baby, I can't get enough of you. They are just in love with each other. I mean, granted, they've been married for like 30 years now, but still, they cannot get enough of each other. I will tell you, my Sims have definitely gotten more into their relationship more since we got Love Struck a while back ago, that I've been so in tune of having my Sims date more and like have an actual steady relationship, which is shocking because most of the time my Sims do not date for that long. But oh my gosh, Adeline, okay. Hold on, let's customize the ring. Let's set some music on. We'll turn it on to maybe some jazz folk music or like Japanese folk music. And we'll also set the effects to confetti. And then we'll even set the lighting to be, we'll just turn it on, why not? I mean, that seems kind of nice. Wait, no, why are you getting off? What's happening? Annoyed by tooth loose, oh no. Oh no. Oops, Adeline needs to be more careful about what she's doing because she just knocked out her tooth. Oh my gosh, she is Upsetting spaghetti. Mother dearest, can we go over here and carve some pumpkins together? Let's carve a classic one. Ooh, let's do a green one actually. This is like a family little activity. She also has to pee a little bit too. Oh, we should also probably get home very soon because it's gonna get really cold. But I really like the fact that these two are just having fun. I never do stuff like this in my own like gameplay. I forget to take my Sims out of the house and explore new things. Like little things like this really means a lot. And Adeline never really had a time to really spend time for herself to go out to like festivals and like do pumpkin carving and snow angels. Never had a lot of like family life experiences other than like moving from home to home when she was in foster care. And now that she's out of it, she feels a lot more happier. Like you saw the sentiment that she had with Shayla. She feels more safe. She feels confident that they feel close to each other and will always be there for her no matter what. It's like, sweetie, did you carve your pumpkin okay? It's like, yeah, mom, I'm trying. I'm really trying. Well, whenever you're done, sweetie, definitely get your pumpkin ready so we can take it home and we can put it on the front doorstep when you're ready. It's like, really, mom? Really? Oh, level 5. So you now hang on the monkey bars. So that's cute. It's like, sweetie, I will be right back. I'm going to go get your father, Waylon, because he might be in the bathroom somewhere because he's old and senile. It's like, okay, mom, that's fine. I will be right here carving my pumpkin and I'll definitely go get your father. Let's go and do a kiss his neck because we really love him a lot. Oh, I don't know. I don't play with elders that much, but I'm really definitely experiencing what it's like to play with elders again. It's like, hey, it's like, oh, hey, sweetie, what was that for? It's like, oh, nothing. I just I just love you so much, dearly, darling. It's like, do you want to go home at any point? Like, yeah. We can go home in a second. We'll just have to wait for Adeline to get done with her pumpkin carving and we can head home because I am definitely getting really hungry right now. So it's like, okay, well, did you get your pumpkin carved? Like, yeah, I got it. Well, I'm gonna put on the front doorstep and light the candle. It's like, I know how much you love pumpkins, sweetie. It's like, oh, I know you love pumpkins. I love pumpkins too, but not more than me. But we'll head home and we'll get things started before we have to put Adeline to bed. Maybe we'll go get some food. Maybe some like order out to eat for pizza. I don't know. So now that we're back at the house, I forgot to mention that I'm playing in a save file made by Charlie Pancakes, where it's base game only, but 10 years into the future. And I think it's so cool and cute that there's like other townies, but they're all 10 years older with new styles, new relationships, new everything, that I needed to play in something that was not the standard base game new fresh save worlds, you know? And so I felt like playing in here just seemed right, especially for Adeline and Shayla and Waylon, especially all the other Sims I'm going to be playing with down the line. But we are going to actually eat some food real quick. It is 1 a.m. in the morning. The drive all the way from Copperdale to back to Newcrest took a little bit longer than I expected it to be because Miss Thang needed to go to the bathroom about 2 times because she ate and drank some lemonade and had a little bit of a muffin on the way back, and she had to go pee real bad. So I'm having her eat a quick little snack before she heads to bed. And Shayla, let's have you go upstairs and take a quick little shower so we can get things prepared for you, because your aspiration is to successfully advise and influence the lives of other Sims. But now that we have the Life and Death expansion pack, what I've been meaning to do is actually start writing up a will. And I've been so hesitant about doing this for so long because I'm scared that they're gonna die soon, but I need to have all their ducks in a row before things get a little bit too crazy. Waylon's not gonna start a will until he feels confident and ready to do so, because he has thought about this for a while, that he is 60 some odd years old and life is really unexpectedly taking turns left and right with his family members, that he doesn't really know if he's ready to think about the next step of his life, if you know what I mean. And I feel like that's okay. I feel like he needs to definitely take it when he wants to do it and not rush him, including like Shayla. But Shayla is like an over planner. She's so analytical that she needs to have everything planned out, ready to go, and just make sure that she is prepared before anything else happens. And now that she has a child who's like 10 years old, she wants to make sure she has everything that she needs before they pass away. But overall, I'm going to go ahead and actually end the video off right here. I do hope you all enjoyed today's video, especially learning a little bit more about the Durbin family, the foster family with Norma and all the other foster siblings and kids, and even understanding about their future, their past, and even their present and what's to come next, because I do want to introduce Waylon's cousin Alice Durbin and also Nathaniel and Lincoln and all the other side characters that kind of make the Durbin family of who they are today, especially Adeline as she gets older and learns new life experiences from riding her bike and new crushes and everything in between. But you all did not hear this from me, but she has a secret crush on Lincoln Andrews, and Lincoln does not know just yet, but soon enough he will, and it's gonna be really, 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 really good. But I am so excited to share more details down the line. But regardless, I do hope you all enjoyed today's video as much as I did. Please let me know all your thoughts down below. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!